Hello, I'm in Santa Barbara, UC Santa Barbara. We got an Alolan egg hatching. I'm at the Creo Dining Commons, just behind it. I just hatched a Univin Stunfisk yesterday. Imagine that. 3 stars, that's very good. Yeah, so I don't think Creo Dining Commons has a stop. I think, oh, well, there's a raid there. It's kind of cool. Directory of Manzanita. Manzanita is the, some of the dorms here. It's like, my coverage may not be ideal here, but, I thought to, get on, kind of stream some experience, check the Sunnycast forum. I worked at this dining commons, Creo Dining Commons, when I was at school here. And I worked here for a good 6 months. Not too long, but you know, enough. And maybe it was a little longer than that, but it was all going well. I was working at the best dining commons on campus. More Mexican food than at other dining commons on campus. And there's 4 commons here for food. And yeah, I'm passing the administrative office right now. And I made some good friends there. Had some nice fun times, and it ended with me getting fired. I got fired from this job. I was a student employee. Creo pool. I went into that pool once with a couple friends, one of whom I had a crush on, and wrote her a letter saying I love you, which I've said to too many women at this point. But anyhow, the pool seems vacant, even though Isla Vista, which is the neighboring town here to UCSB, is popping, I would say. Like most beach areas, I guess, at this point, very active. And so yeah, we got 2 Roselia here. Maybe it's the weather. But yeah, all sorts of good memories here at UCSB. Here at Loma Polona Center, I went to a couple events. The one I remember is like a kind of career fair type of deal, and I ended up applying to one of the companies that was there. The VP of the company was there, and my friend, who's also a friend in this game, now works at that company. I think he was already working there when I was scoping things out, and I applied, but I didn't get an acceptance or anything. So, yeah, UCSB, big time of kind of figuring out my career identity. I wrote for the campus newspaper. That was my second campus job. So, yeah, so tomorrow I have my second interview at another food establishment. I'm not sure what this one will be about. I know I've already met with the owner, and he owns a place a bit closer to where I live. I'm gonna go to El Segundo tomorrow at 12:30 and have my second interview. And I don't know. I took a food safety certificate course and passed it not too long ago, so that was mostly for this job. But then COVID happened, and so everything closed down, and now we're back. But yeah, last time I was here and streaming was Trap Inch Community Day, and I was here with my girlfriend at the time. I remember her taking a nap under that tree over there. And yeah, I think I got like 5 shinies that day. I split it up into like 3 videos each half hour. So that's kind of typical for me in these streams. And yeah, today I'm here. I ended up not having to tutor anyone, and so the day was completely open, and so I figured, well, why the heck not come back out to UCSB by myself, which I've never done before. Never just drove here and kind of hung out on my own accord for no other reason other than just that I wanted to. But I do have a reason here, really. I'm This is like part 3 of my Pokemon Go moving on series from my recent relationship. So, not to sound like a broken record at this point, but a couple of APOMs here so far that I've seen. But yeah, breaking up is a little bit like getting fired, you know. You have a boss maybe, or you know, someone, I don't know, maybe one partner is a little more dominant than the other, and you know, when the dominant partner one day is like, this isn't working, you're out of here, you're fired, you know, gotta like Trump, so get das Boot. So yep, so that was me, and so I guess I'm grateful that I've only been fired from a job once. Compare that to the amount of times I've been dumped in a relationship. Well, it's not so bad. One is not so bad compared to 3 or however many. So, casual shiny hunting here. Other than just getting things off my chest, as I do. I kind of wanted Freebirds. That's the signature burrito. Oh, Meditite and Makuhita. That's kind of neat for any Ruby Sapphire players who kind of know why. But yeah, there's this restaurant here called Freebirds, which is sort of like, it's iconic in Isla Vista, which is, again, the residential area adjacent to UCSB, where people usually move to after freshman year. At least that's the way it was when I was here. But yeah, so now, but it's closed. Freebirds here is closed. They have a Freebirds much closer to where I'm staying, in Torrance. So I've tried that one a couple times. I like it. It's quite good. But even the Freebirds here has modernized quite a bit. It's not as what would you say? Back then we would have called it dank. It's not as heavy, not as cheesy, not as greasy. It's a little more like Chipotle level of quality, which I think is a step back, frankly, because we already have Chipotle, and there's a Chipotle just down the street here. So I guess maybe, I don't think Freebirds is like competing with Chipotle, really. I mean, maybe since they're within within a mile or so within each other, maybe a mile and a half. Yeah, could be that kind of thing. So, but anyway, Freebirds was like the ultimate drunk food here for when we were all, of the age where we were discovering all of that stuff. Munchies or drunchies, what have you. So, there's the bike trail here. That's the Pardal Road. Freebirds is to the right there, and it's closed for now. So, maybe I'll go stop at the Torrance Freebirds on my way back home tonight for a pity burrito, if they're open. If not, I should probably get off my ass and start cooking myself anyway. So, win-win there. But Asperus is phosphorus. Light passages artwork. That's cool. Yeah, that's the bike path. It's a bike tunnel. I just pointed at. Oh, got our Alolan egg. Alolan Meowth. Cool. Check it out. 3 stars. Very good. So I was in Manhattan Beach yesterday, or not Manhattan, what is it? Laguna Beach. Is that yesterday? Yeah, no. Yesterday was a different beach. I've been going to a beach like every day for the last couple of days. Because it's like really summer weather. It's like really peak summer weather right now in Southern California. So, even though Santa Barbara is kind of like almost in the middle of California, but yeah, I was at some other beach yesterday. I'm completely blanking on it. That probably means I need to drink more water because it's really hot today. I had a horchata, which was great in the moment. It made me realize I wasn't as hungry as I thought I was. So, incubate. So we're all out of, we used up our 3-use incubator that we got from the Mew event. And that was at Seal Beach that I was streaming. for that. There's 3 Diglets here. That's kind of neat. It's like a row of, it's like a Doug trio basically. They all combined. So I moved once each year that I was here at UCSB, and once was on campus. That was San Nicolas dormitory, and then I moved to El Greco Road, which my car is currently parked on right now. Now we have a 4th Diglet, which is like, if there's Doug Trio, Diglet, Doug Trio, and then it's like a quad. Diglet. I'm trying to think of what the name of that would be. Like 4 Diglets in one. Maybe something quad. Dig, Doug, Dag. Dag would be kind of funny. And it's like a dagger as a head. It's like a part steel, but like Lowell and Doug Trio's typing, but much different in design. Dag quad. Something like that. A friend in here has a shiny Psyduck, which I'm jealous of. I think I like shiny Psyduck more than shiny Golduck. And as usual, as with every stream of I do, my bag is full. So, time to toss some stuff out. Customary tossing out. I could do my mystery box. I haven't done that in a while. Haven't really needed to. I'm not sure, like, if you could get shiny Meltan that way, I would be all over it. And then I would probably be willing to do the work to get, like, Melmetal. Shiny Melmetal would be awesome. Just even shiny Meltan would be awesome. I didn't get it when they were doing the event, unfortunately. Student Health Center here. And I never had to go to the Student Health Center for any health problems. I had to go there maybe to get some kind of clearance. I don't remember exactly. To prove I could work or something. I applied to be a student counselor here also, psychological. It was called CAPS, Counseling and Psychological Services, yep. So I applied there. I was like runner-up, 6 out of 100 or so people, but they're only looking for 5 people. So it's like, oh man. I just put in a little more. If I were a little more on time to that interview, if I were a minute earlier, then I might have gotten it. I remember that. I was like a minute late, maybe 2 minutes or so. No more than 5, but you know, in any case, that's the nature of it. So. Yeah, good to see this community is still, for summer at least, you know, people are still out partying and stuff. I remember when I came here, that was one of my goals was just be more social, because it's UCSB, so what else? And I was a little bit of a nerd in high school, so you can see I've changed so much. Oh, there's a Lapras at the gym ahead. It's kind of cool. A lot of Cacneos around. That's probably like Diglett and Cacneo. I'm seeing most of that. I used to have a UCSB license plate, but I sold that car off. That was my last car. Current car is back from the shop, yay. Pretty happy about that. I've been thinking I have more free time now, you know, being single, and I'm not really sure what to do. I'm kind of like I'm at a bit of a, almost like a crossroads. It's like, I can dig more like into hobbies and stuff, which I'm pretty good at doing that, but I could start taking up other things. Not hobbies so much as like getting more into math, you know, I was doing that for a while. Coding more seriously. Definitely should be doing more of that. Should be working out more, lifting weights. I bought a little weightlifting set recently. It's like a dumbbell set, adjustable dumbbell set. The only stupid thing is that it goes up to 24 pounds total. Yeah, but I think, yeah, that's like, I have no idea. I think it's just one dumbbell and it's adjustable. And that one dumbbell goes up to 24, which when I was going to the gym, I could hit like 50 on each arm. You know, I was never like a huge bench presser or anything. But even by my standards, this, you know, and 50 was a little bit of a struggle for me. 25 I would kind of do, you know, I could do that really consistently and then bump it up to 30 on each arm. So whatever, 24 will get me back into the grind. And it's like a really colorful kind of dumbbell set. I didn't want to get like too heavy weights because wherever I'm living, like in the next few months or so, then, you know, I'm not trying to turn my house into a gym just yet. I think it's a good goal to do that. But I don't have my own house. I'm still living at my parents right now. So at their house, I'm happy to just leave this like little adjustable dumbbell set there. So I think that's kind of it. It's kind of all I wanted to do. Nothing too interesting Pokemon Go wise here. But I already streamed a ton here. So I guess we can keep going and check out this Sun cast form. Because shiny cast form would be cool. I was watching M&J TV. He did the can you beat Emerald, I think, with only cast form, and he did it. With a couple of small qualifiers. Things he had to do. So yeah, cast form's got a good move pool. It's just an interesting Pokemon. I mean, it definitely should have one more form than it does. It should have a Sandstorm form. I think Game Freak knows that, and someday they'll probably put it in. But I think that cast form didn't have shiny forms for its like weather variants until recently. Like, is that a Pokemon Go? Was Pokemon Go first in that? I think it was. That's what I heard. That's what I remember reading. So cast forms at this stop up ahead. I've been walking a pretty good amount. Okay, there's the cast form. Normal. It's got an interesting cry. It sounds kind of liquidy. So, shiny Wurmple would be nice. I could keep trying. Go for that. Let's see. That's kind of where I was. Just keep walking up ahead. And like editing streams is an interesting concept. It's like the definition of a stream to me is like a continuous something. It's a continuous flowing water. You know, it's in this case, it's just like uninterrupted gameplay, which I think is really like that's what a pure stream is, you know. Like for Pokemon Go, I think it would make some sense to do like you know, and sometimes I do this, is just like edit and kind of like splice things and take certain things out. Like if I were to get a text right now, I'd probably take that out because I keep saying I should. haven't really made a big effort to do that, but this stream might be shorter just because I've already did a lot of streaming, an hour and a half during Drop Hint Shiny Day. So we finally got the announcement on here of Weedle Day, Weedle Community Day. And one other thing I'll just say is there's an Isla Vista Massacre Memorial here, which when I was here with my most recent ex, I definitely thought that was for Elliot Rodger and for those murders, which happened when I was still coming here, like in 2014. But no, this memorial is actually for 5 people who, well, 4 of them died in a car crash, but that was in like 2002, I think. So that was a completely different massacre, but it was like kind of similar. It's like both Elliot and this other guy, they were both driving their cars and around the neighborhood, and they both had like Hollywood director types of dads. Kind of interesting. I'm just kind of noticing the parallels here. They're different people, so I've studied Elliot Rodger quite a bit for my own research, and some of my colleagues have recently too. But I think Elliot Rodger is definitely like solidified in what's called the incel kind of culture, which is like people who involuntary celibates, people who don't have sex even though they want to. So that's Elliot Rodger. But then this other guy, I think he's something Atias. Forget what his first name was, but I should probably study up on him and I don't know if he had a manifesto like Elliot did, but I'm not going to put a link to that in the description, because I never put a link to anything in the description, so that's the last thing I'd want to put in there for a Pokemon GO stream. But anyway, I think that's a sufficiently morbid note to end on. So thanks for watching. I've been doing okay, you know, doing this whole moving on thing, trying not to force it. The last couple of days, it's definitely felt a little bit like there's anger driving it, but now it's more, I think, just kind of acceptance, which is ideal. So yeah, thanks for being here with me on this journey, and I look forward to maybe being with you on your journey, whatever that happens to be, young trainer. Oh, and this is the school where I wrote my infamous, for me, anime Pokemon paper that got an A+ for me in the class. So Miriam Waddles, she was my professor. She wrote me a letter for that job I didn't get for counseling. So she's also the director of our Japan abroad, study abroad program here. So, or at least she was. I don't know if she's still here or not. I'm kind of wondering what all my professors are up to with all this COVID stuff, if they're missing being in their offices or they just don't care. Maybe they just don't care that much. But anyway, I'm out. Peace, guys.